Matt and Luke's Sci-Fi Sanctuary.
The year is 3013. The galaxy is scintillating in the mellow light. Two galactic pilgrims seek out vistas in the samurai future to bring forth the unity of the cosmic shaman. Opening the door of the pantheon of mystics, the evil sorcerer wizard powers the engine of science, seeking to forever alter the sacred balance, travelling on effervescent balls of summer fire.
This week, Batman and Robin.
In the year 1997, superhero movies fucking died.
They didn't make so many after this for a few years, I think. Just
Not
Blade.
during till Spider-Man and X-Men, right?
Yeah.
Which is only actually like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I think it took 8 years for another Batman, though.
I remember when Batman Begins came out, in my head it was actually a prequel to the other films.
Kind of.
Which I think to most, like, just generic cinema goers probably did see it that way.
Yeah.
But he still had the leather look and the vaguely similar designs, and it was just telling the origin.
Yeah, but where are we today? What month is this?
It is April Ain't Shit. This is the month where we're discussing films that at least one of us hates.
So I'm the hater on this one. This is Matt.
This is Luke.
This is our Sci-Fi
Cave.
All right. Okay. So yeah, I'm the hater here, right? I was okay. I was 18 when this came out.
Right.
So when Burton Batman came out, that was like groovy. We liked it. It seemed like a real superhero film. It looks a little cheesy. It's still good. It looks a little cheesy now. Batman Returns, I honestly didn't like that much. Mm-hmm. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. Batman Forever I did like quite well, so I went to this one, kind of pepped up for it. I went with the drummer from the band that I was in at the time. And, we went in ready for a good Batman film. And it's, past midnight, we went to a late show. Like, what the fuck is this?
So, alternatively, I was 6. My mum was in America on a business trip, I think. So me and my dad saw this as like, oh, it's just the boys in town, let's go do a thing. I think he probably reacted like you, but this was the best shit I'd ever seen. I liked Batman. I loved Schwarzenegger. Forever is actually my favourite of this 4-movie sequence.
I might agree with you on that.
Yeah. See, I don't rate the Burton ones very highly.
The first one, Nicholson does a lot for me in the first one.
Yeah. Oh, I like, as a film, it's a fun ride.
Michael Keaton's good. I like he's
a good
unhinged.
Wayne. He's a bad Batman.
Okay, give you that.
He can't move.
Well, it's the costume, isn't it? It's not him, it's the costume. All you need for Batman is a square jaw.
There are elements of the Tim Burton ones I like. I just don't think they quite come together as good Batman films.
I do like...
Whereas I really enjoy Forever. But also, I just got Jim Carrey in it, so of course I do.
Yeah, but I haven't seen Forever for 20 years. I haven't seen Forever for forever. I'm not quite sure how that one will play with me now. Maybe. But when it came out, I actually did enjoy it.
Right, but this one, of course, it's a 2-hour action figure commercial. But I was right in the pocket for that.
So,
and I'm a big Transformers fan. Stuff being an action figure commercial doesn't bother me.
Yeah, when you're 6, it's fantastic. When you're 18, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Or older.
But I also watched it last night. I really like this film.
I had to push myself through a little bit. A few years ago, I think we mentioned we teach English. I used to teach adult lessons, and I remember one student I just happened to mention, yeah, Clooney played Batman once. She's like, really? I'm like, no, you don't want to watch it. You don't want. Really, what is it? I told her what it was, and then I felt bad, and I tried to watch it myself.
Right.
And I got through 20 minutes and turned it off. It was about 5 years ago.
Okay.
The next week, she's back for the next class, and she's like, I got through 8 minutes.
3 minutes of that was just opening titles and close-ups of crotches.
And the Batman and Robin logos having gay sex.
Yeah. So the reason you don't like this film, is it just because you're a big homophobe?
No, that was cool. That was fine with the link.
No.
Here's a few things. Here, before we get to it, Robin is supposed to be Dick Grayson here,
Yeah.
but he's Jason Todd.
Yeah, he's a bit too much of a dick to
Yeah.
be Dick.
Dick's not a dick.
Well, it's because he's meant to be cool teenage Robin, not that kid that used to watch in the 60s, at least in Forever. But then here they're trying to have, like, both... They're trying to have their cake and eat it.
Yeah.
And that they want to have the dark, gritty designs, but it's still camp 1960s fun.
I was just say, what's dark and gritty?
No, because everyone's still wearing black leather. And it
Yeah.
happens at night.
And they have nipples.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they got nipples, son.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I brought that up too early, but we're definitely getting into them nipples. And, yeah,
For the audio podcast.
yeah, we're audio. It's too bad you didn't see what he did with that noise. It's like, okay, it's like I enjoy. Here's the thing: I hate this film, but I kind of enjoy hating this film. It's
Right.
fun to hate this.
Oh,
film.
yeah. I'm not going to sit here and tell you this film's good. But I just enjoy the act of watching it.
So there's two things I do enjoy. Clooney's phoning it in Swarm.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not here, man. And Arnold did clearly understand this movie was absolute shit and runs with it.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I loved... I before I would watch this film, I would much rather watch a compilation of Schwarzenegger lines from this film.
yeah.
Ice to seal. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Those are great. The
Nobody
only,
puts freeze in the cooler.
no, when people mention this film, the first thing I think go to is, what did Mr. Freeze say? Mm-hmm. And before it came
My
out...
name is Freeze. Remember it well. For it is the chilling sound of your doom. The fuck?
Yeah, it's like they're not even smart. They just don't make sense. Which is fantastic for an insane supervillain, I guess.
Yep.
I mean, he does belong in Arkham. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Freeze. Yeah, when this movie was coming out, here's the other thing. The build-up to this movie was played like the previous Batman movies. Like,
Right.
we're looking, what villains, or even superhero movies these days. Oh, what villain's going to be this time? How are they going to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, are they going to screw it? And then just going and seeing this in a theater and, what? this is what they settled on?
Right.
I'm trying to be positive before I get too negative. Man, the stunt coordinator must have been a man, or is a woman. I don't know. Anyway, there's some impressive stunt coordination with all those motorcycles and stuff.
Oh, there's some incredibly impressive stunt coordination that does not obey any law of physics that actually exists.
Well, the rest of the movie doesn't, so why should they?
He just grabs a rope and suddenly he can jump really high and stuff like that.
You never grabbed a rope, son.
I grab my rope 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah, I was specifically thinking of the kind of ice rink motorcycle scene, because that's all practical. It's good.
It's really great for that stuff.
I mean, there had to be a lot of people on set that day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's a story here, but there is a sequence of events.
Yep.
Will you tell us that sequence of events?
Oh, I will. Batman and Robin have tight little butts, sculpted abs, and bulging pecs, and they wrap them in tight rubber costumes before giving each other a good long stare and sharing some playful banter. Then they drive off to battle a new villain, Mr. Freeze, who steals a diamond and flees, freezing Robin and leaving Batman unable to pursue him. Later, Batman and Robin learn that Mr. Freeze was originally Dr. Victor Freeze, a doctor working to heal his terminally ill
Can you
wife.
spell his name, please?
Mr. Freeze or Dr. Victor Fries. Fries? A doctor working to heal his terminally ill wife. After a lab accident, however, Freeze was rendered unable to live at normal temperatures and forced to wear a cryogenic suit. Meanwhile, Dr. Pamela Isley is experimenting with a drug named Venom. She witnesses the formula turn the violent, but diminutive, convicted serial murderer Antonio Diego into a hulking monstrosity. Boom! When Isley threatens to expose these experiments, her boss attempts to kill her by overturning a shelf of various toxins. Isley is resurrected, transforming into the beautiful and seductive Poison Ivy. Meanwhile, Alfred Pennyworth's niece, Barbara Wilson, makes a surprise visit and is invited by Bruce Wayne to stay at Wayne Manor until she goes back to school. A charity event is held at Wayne Enterprises with special guests, Batman and Robin, and Ivy decides to use her abilities to seduce them. Mr. Freeze crashes the party and steals a diamond from the event. Although he is captured by Batman and detained in Arkham Asylum, he eventually escapes with the help of Poison Ivy, who killed 2 security guards with her kiss in the process. Meanwhile, Dick discovers that Barbara has participated in drag races to raise money for Alfred, who is dying of McGregor's syndrome, the same illness which afflicts Mr. Freeze's wife. Batman and Robin begin to have crime-fighting relationship problems because of Ivy's seductive ability, but Bruce eventually convinces Dick to trust him. Poison Ivy is then able to contact Robin once more. She kisses him, but fails to kill him, because rubber lips are immune to her charms. Meanwhile, Barbara discovers the Batcave, where an AI version of Alfred reveals he has made Barbara her own suit. Barbara dons the suit and becomes Batgirl. Ivy captures Robin, but he gets rescued by Batman, and Batgirl arrives and subdues Ivy to get eaten by a plant. Batman, Robin, and Batgirl decide to go after Mr. Freeze together. By the time they get to the observatory where Mr. Freeze and Bane are, Gotham is completely frozen. Batgirl and Robin are attacked by Bane, but they eventually defeat him by unplugging his tubes. Meanwhile, Batman and Mr. Freeze begin to fight each other, with Batman defeating Mr. Freeze. Batgirl and Robin manage to thaw the city, and Batman shows Freeze a recording proving that Poison Ivy killed his wife, not Batman. However, Batman informs Mr. Freeze that she is still alive in cryogenic slumber, before being moved to Arkham Asylum, waiting for Mr. Freeze to finish his research. Batman proceeds to ask Mr. Freeze for the cure Mr. Freeze has created for the first stage of McGregor's syndrome to administer to Alfred, and Mr. Freeze atones for his misunderstanding by giving him the medicine he had developed. Mr. Freeze is then detained in Arkham Asylum. In a gross piece of negligence, he is put in the same cell as Poison Ivy, and promises to make her life a living hell. After Alfred is cured, everyone agrees to let Barbara stay at Wayne Manor and fight crime with them, despite having zero fucking training. So like I said, I don't hate this film, but it is spectacularly stupid at every level.
Why do they need a bigger Batcave at the end?
Because they've got to fit 3 people in there now.
It's pretty big. 4 if we count Alfred too.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's pretty big. I think they can handle that.
Batcave?
I think they could take
No, but what are you referring to vis-a-vis bigger Batcave?
At the end of the movie, Batgirl's joining them. So they're like, I guess we're going to need a bigger cave.
Oh, that's just a dumb line like he makes all the way through the film.
I know. Why do I need a bigger cave? Cave's fine.
Well, since when did Batman make one-liners?
Since Clooney played him? Actually, since Michael Keaton played him, I think.
Yeah, I think...
Since Adam... Okay, Batman gets lots of lines.
Yeah.
One-liners.
This whole film sequence, I think he does have one-liners, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I should, go on about the things I hate, and you can rebut them.
Okay.
And then later, you can say the things I like and see how that goes down with me.
Okay.
Uma Thurman, very good actor, great in Kill Bill. Man, she sucks here.
Right. She's trying to play like a kids movie character, but this is like the horniest kids film I've ever seen. So she's trying to simultaneously be like really kid friendly and super sexy, and so she just doesn't do anything. She just wiggles. She just wiggles and reads lines.
That's a kids band, I think. The Wiggles.
Yeah, it is. They're like Australian.
I think so. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, can you defend any part of her acting in this movie?
She looks good doing it.
She looks good in other movies.
Uma Thurman is horrendous. This was pretty early in her career, right?
She'd been around the block a few. I've been around the block a few times. Sorry, see if I can get it going that way.
She is terrible. What I was going to say is, how did she continue to have a career after this?
Kill Bill helped.
Yeah, but no, yeah, she's pretty fucking diabolical.
Just with no reason.
I guess because she didn't like just let herself have fun with it. I think like a lot of these actors, she'd realized it was shit, but she hadn't decided like, well, fuck it, I'll have fun then. She's just like...
See, Arnold figured that.
I think she's just like having a terrible time this whole time.
Yeah,
like,
Schwarzenegger and Clooney
is this my career?
Definitely figured that out.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger had the time of his life, I feel like. And then Clooney's just like, okay, how can I salvage my career? Okay, I need to treat every single scene with absolute disdain so that it's clear to the audience I don't approve.
Where is this on the Schwarzenegger continuum?
Pretty late, but I don't think he'd like announced he was leaving yet.
No, that was Terminator 3, which was maybe 4 years later.
Or maybe I think that was like 2003, so that's a good 6 years.
Okay.
But no, he was about to go into like the Collateral Damage, End of Days,
Eraser.
So this was...
And the Fantastic Sixth Day.
No, yeah. I like a lot of those films.
Yeah.
But I think this was the end of he is the biggest star in the world.
Mm.
So, wait, 97 is Fifth Element?
I think that was... I think Armageddon's 97 and
Okay.
Fifth Element was 96. We already had this conversation.
Yeah. So Bruce Willis is the biggest star in the world now. So Schwarzenegger is just tailing off.
All right.
So he finished being the big blockbuster guy. Now he's playing the villain role in a kid's film, right?
Like 60s Batman, where they just get like slightly washed up characters.
Yeah, so yeah. This is him stepping down from that role.
Yeah.
And then,
Although, in the case of 60s Batman, those slightly washed up character actors are now best known for Batman. But
yeah, I don't think that's the case for Schwarzenegger.
No. Although, it doesn't take too long to get to Mr. Freeze if you want to think Schwarzenegger.
Oh, no.
It's a very prominent role.
If you start doing Schwarzenegger impressions, this one comes up. Because it's just so chock full of stupid, cheesy Schwarzenegger lines.
Okay, here's one. Barbara Gordon, does this bother you? I guess it doesn't matter.
It doesn't, because, like, no part of this is right. You know?
Yeah.
If the Nolan movies decided to bring in Barbara and did this, I'd be pissed. But, like, I don't fucking care.
I guess that's basically what I'm saying.
My list of problems you could have with this film, that's not even going to come into it, is it?
I mean, what?
I mean, her as an actress, yes.
Her as an
Also, she's young in this.
Yes.
And she is shot in a certain way. Like, I don't have a problem with the way this film shoots women because it also shoots men that way, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a gay director. It's just human bodies are sexy, which, I approve of.
Well, the Batman costume has more of, like, pasties than the straight-up nips that Mr. Freeze and Batman and Robin have.
Right, the Batgirl costume, you mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think she was very old. And she's meant to be a schoolgirl.
Well, Clueless was maybe a year or two before this, so... Alicia Silverstone has since found something more lucrative to do, I believe.
Actually, she was born... Oh, shit!
What's the date on her?
1976. So she was, like, 21.
Okay.
No, that doesn't entirely excuse a, like, 40-year-old director dressing her up in tight leather costumes, but no more than every other female actor in history.
Isn't Joel Schumacher gay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I already said that. Like, it's a gay director and he's shooting everybody.
Oh, right.
So-
Gotcha, okay.
But no, it was just the youngness was the only issue I had. But, yeah, she's not actually that young.
Yeah. Are you on a page now? What does she do now? She does something, like, totally, like, left field, I think, now.
She works for, like, PETA and stuff, I think.
Anyway, the point is, it seems she found something.
Theatre and independent productions.
Oh, okay, that's related, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought she'd.
Yeah, she still just does small films.
I might be thinking of someone else there then. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see other things that bother me. Why didn't it? Well, it's because you have to call it Batman Robin, but we're basically getting a lame Nightwing here more than a Robin, aren't we?
But when he's Nightwing, he doesn't work with Batman the same way.
That's right.
Nightwing is his solo career.
Yeah.
But yeah, costume-wise, he looks nothing like Robin.
Yeah. And the fact that he's just so bitchy in this film, which, to be fair, is because he's under Poison Ivy's influence, and I don't think I caught that when I saw this on opening night as much.
The other thing is, they just done the origin one, where they were kind of... It took the whole film for Batman to accept that he could have him as his sidekick or whatever. We never got a film of them just actually being partners and working together.
Yeah, that's an issue.
So if we'd had another Batman in between, where just Batman and Robin just functioned, then, the plot is that they're being torn apart by her pheromones or whatever, would be fine. But no, you just get the impression that Robin's just a cunt.
Yeah, so I guess that was part of the problem in 1997 when I first saw this.
Right, you'd just seen Forever, and he was a dick all the way through that, and I was a dick all the way through this. I can see his point, though, because Batman is also an asshole to him all the way through this film.
Yeah, there's one point, I think it's when Bruce Wayne is talking to his lady friend about getting married, and I was like, Clooney's not acting. He had this conversation like 500 times in the 90s.
Yep. But also, Clooney has definitely said that he played Batman as gay in this film.
As well he should have.
Yeah. So yeah, just before you arrived, I was reading the Wikipedia on homosexuality in Batman. All the best Batman writers admit that he's probably gay.
That makes sense.
Grant Morrison, who did Dark Knight Returns?
Frank Miller.
Frank Miller, yeah, those two. Well, they're both of them. Their thing was he'd be a lot healthier if he was gay, but he doesn't have a sex life. He just puts all that energy into punching people. But they both say he would be more gay than straight.
Right. Well, we know there's this movie lands, definitely. So
yeah.
Gotham City's geography made very little sense in the Burton Batmans.
Right.
It makes way less sense now. So the whole city is just on a giant chasm with statues that hold buildings on them and stuff.
Yeah. It's fucking dope.
But as a sequel to the supposedly getting away from the 60s Batman, it's like we took such a hard turn left, Yeah. Right.
But this one goes so much back to 60s Batman.
And just leaves it in its wake,
Yeah.
I mean, so I think the whiplash at the time, because Batman Forever definitely came a lot closer to 60s Batman, but this one is just slingshot around the sun, man.
Well, Batman Forever will still slow down and have character moments and plot and, some actual darkness. Whereas this film just doesn't fucking stop. But no, I love Joel Schumacher's Gotham. I don't care. It's just this, big Greek statues, freaking bizarre gothic nonsense, neon lights and random dudes in fucking... I don't even know what that's supposed to be, just... storm drains? I don't know. Hanging about in their freaking face paint and their gang.
Oh yeah, they're Dayglow Darth Maul.
Yeah. Everything about it is bonkers and I love it.
Yeah. When Batman Forever came out, I think a lot of the people that liked it were like, oh, okay, kind of pushes just a little bit of that 60s Batman vibe. It's cool. Now they'll get to doing some real Batman stuff. Robin's there, and then we got this.
Right.
So I think that's kind of what happened.
So all the way up until this one came out, they were still planning the fifth.
Yeah.
They'd given him a green light to go and make the next one.
Yes.
Because apparently they were happy with the dailies they were seeing.
Yeah, I mean, people still just rage hate Joel Schumacher because of this film.
Right.
And to be honest, he's made some decent movies.
Yeah.
Falling Down's real good. I like Falling Down.
Well, and he made Batman Forever, which was okay.
Yeah.
He just got a bit carried away with this one.
Well, I mean, he's on record saying they told me make a movie for the toys, so that's what I did.
Yeah, an interview with Robin was saying he'd be on set and just hear Joel Schumacher on a loudspeaker. Remember, everyone, it's a cartoon.
Okay, a couple more hate points I need to throw out here. Robin says cowabunga. It's like Anakin yelling whoopee or yippee or whatever it was in Phantom Menace.
Oh, but in 1997, teens did say cowabunga.
No, they didn't.
I don't think anyone ever said yippee.
No one actually said cowabunga, just the Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
And maybe Bart Simpson. I think he said it a few times. Yeah.
He was saying it ironically.
What? No, he wasn't. Sorry, there's one other major thing I'll kick myself. I remember it like 30 seconds ago and it's gone again. Oh, Bane!
Yeah.
Come on, defend that shit.
Oh, I can't. Again, I can't defend any of it, but it's still fun to watch.
No, this Bane's not fun to watch.
Bane is shit.
We know. I mean, part of the bingo card of this podcast is proper Bane voices. This Bane is just kill. Yeah.
Exit. Really dumb. Yeah, I can't defend that.
Although he does still get taken advantage of in The Dark Knight Rises, doesn't he?
Yeah. But knowingly.
Yeah, knowingly. But he's not quite as smart as he was in Nightfall.
No, but yeah, the point of Bane as a character in the comics is that he's the one villain who can match Batman physically and mentally. Whereas this guy cannot match Batman. Well, actually, maybe he can match this Batman mentally.
Well, I wrote here, me, Bane, me strategize against Batman like chessboard. And then my next note is, I'll help you grab your rocks. I don't quite remember what I wrote.
That's the sort of thing he does.
Okay. I think Bane was one of the big...
Although what? The effect of him inflating actually looked pretty good.
Yeah, sure, but it's fucking stupid. Because Nightfall had come out like 2 years before this. So people were like, actually...
Bane was the new hotness, right?
And this is what we got. I mean, Sandman did better in Spider-Man 3.
I thought Sandman was pretty decent, Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, who's the one that wrote... Oh, the new Green Goblin. There we go. Hobgoblin. Yeah, that. Well, yeah. They had too many villains.
Venom wasn't great either.
This is the first superhero movie with too many villains, too, isn't it?
Yeah, because Forever had two.
Yeah. Well, Bane doesn't really count in here. He's a sidekick. So it's like, oh, they have 3 villains now, but Bane's a sidekick.
Well, that's the thing is, the more villains you have, the stupider each individual villain has to be, right?
Well,
for it to make
Bane
sense.
got a whole lot dumber.
But actually, yeah, if you don't count Bane, then like Ivy and Mr. Freeze, they sort of like bounce off each other.
Yeah,
They team up for a bit, but there's conflict there. It's not like Batman has to take them both down. They pretty much take each other down. Which, yeah, if this had been a different film, could actually be good storytelling.
Yes, and then MacGuffin syndrome.
Yep.
Straight out. And I know it's McGregor, right?
Oh, no, even worse than that is she goes to Oxbridge College. That's just what people call Oxford and Cambridge, the two separate colleges. That would be like if she was in America and like, oh, I go to Harvale.
Man, I didn't make that note because I just didn't care. little Fast and Furious preemptive here with the racing.
Street racing,
But they're on motorcycles, so they're assholes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good guys like cars, bad guys like motorcycles.
There we go.
That's how it works in Fast and Furious land. Well, yeah, even Robin says, chicks dig the car.
Yep. Okay, Dr. Summerhaze, tell me how I should stop worrying and love the Batman and Robin.
It's just spectacle. I don't think you're supposed to even hear words when they talk. You have to imagine that you're watching this, you don't even know English yet. It's like, lights and statues and everything looks insane.
Is that why Arnold works well here? Because he remembers the time he couldn't speak English?
Yeah, maybe. Arnold works well here because he already has the ridiculous body of a Greek god, which is what Joel Schumacher cites as his main inspiration for this film.
And he doesn't need this at all.
No.
Alicia Silverstone was career building, Chris O'Donnell's career building. I don't know
Clooney was trying to jump to movies, right?
Yeah, this was the jump, but now he can smirk at it, I guess. So,
But isn't it famously like if you tell him you've got a copy, he will refund you.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. But with that Batman credit card.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work out so well.
But he comes through this unscathed because all the way through the film you can tell he's just like, oh, this is dumb shit.
Uma Thurman is a train wreck.
Yeah, she's bad.
The guy that plays Alfred is just, oh, you're still here?
Yeah, and Gordon as well.
Yeah, Gordon as well.
Although, it wasn't until the Nolan films that Gordon got the respect he deserves as a character.
No, Nolan's supposed to be hard-boiled on the street, you know?
Yeah, but also, like, but Batman and Gordon is the partnership in those films.
Yes.
Because, well, he doesn't have a Robin, but...
Batman and Gordon.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound quite right. Sounds like Flash Gordon again.
But no, so the reason I don't hate this film, right? Batman's always been stupid.
No, he's
make
not.
any
He's a
fun.
detective. He's smart.
No, but the concept, like, he doesn't have, like, superpowers or anything. How does he survive all this shit? Because it's dumb. It's childish.
This guy has no
Nonsense.
problem surviving this shit.
Yeah. Because he just... Nothing makes sense anyway, so just embrace it. Yeah, I'm not going to try and tell you this film is a masterpiece or anything like that. But I can't bring... Right, you remember when we were talking about High Life?
Mm.
I'm like, okay, we didn't enjoy that film because it was depressing as hell. But it had a goal to achieve, and it achieved it. This film is trying to be the dumbest shit you've ever seen. And it achieves it with aplomb.
Okay, I will give you that. It's just I want to when I see a movie and it says Batman and Robin, I want to see a good Batman and Robin movie.
Right, but is there one? There's good Batman movies.
There's good Batman movies.
Is there a good Batman and Robin movie?
Do we get to count Carrie as Robin?
Even then, it's a bit weird that he's dragging this kid around.
That would go in the box ring.
Yeah,
Okay,
but like Batman and Robin is like very weird, very camp, maybe very gay. So here's a very weird, very camp, definitely very gay version of it.
Batman the movie, 1966.
Very camp, very weird, and very gay.
Yeah. Sorry. I did the opposite of what I meant to do there.
Yeah, prove my point.
I like that one better though. For some reason.
I think I do as well.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe they didn't
it
throw
fits,
so much
it fits
money
in the
at it.
context as well.
Yeah.
The cheapness makes it work better as well, right?
Yeah, like this movie should be cheap. Then I probably
Bits
like
of
it.
this movie seem pretty cheap.
But they spent so much money and it still looked cheap. That was the
Yeah,
problem.
but like because there's like a new set for every shot.
This is still sticking with 60s Batman, but did you see the animated films from a few years ago? It was right before Adam West died, and they did a couple anime ones where Adam Ward.
I've only seen
Adam West and Burt, not Bruce, Burt Ward. They came out
But I
finally.
have seen Return of the Batcave.
Okay.
Have you seen that one?
That one I have not. I've seen it's Return of the Cape Crusaders is the animated one. So
No, this one is half like a retelling of the making of the show with new actors, but it also has scenes of modern day Burt Ward and Adam West going on like a silly caper and flashing back to those events. It's really fun. You should definitely check it out.
check that out. No, I'm talking DC animated universe, and they had done. They did 2 films with Adam West just before he died, and they voiced Batman and Robin. They made it look like the old school stuff.
I haven't seen that, but that sounds fun.
And I actually I think
Did he not voice Batman in the Scooby-Doo crossover as well?
that sounds very likely.
Also, I feel like we've had this whole conversation on an episode before, but...
Yeah, we did do a Batman episode before, but a very different Batman than this one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just think this film is fun to watch.
I don't think I quite had fun watching it. I have fun watching a Nolan one, and then those are dark and
them.
depressing.
Right. The Nolan ones are legit good, though.
Yeah.
I don't think this is legit good, but I just think those Schumacher had some fun making it, and it kind of worked.
I guess I being of the age I was when this came out, we had great expectations,
Right.
And they were dashed, and we'll never forgive this movie for it. Is the
Whereas
problem.
I've got the memory of I've watched this when I was 6, and it delivered. So I can understand why people don't like it, but for me, I'm so removed from any expectation of it being anything else that I just enjoy this for this. It's like Cats. Like Cats came out recently, right? And for some reason, people went into it expecting something that makes sense and is good. But people who went into it expecting Cats loved it. Because Cats has always been batshit insane nonsense.
Yeah, I do
So
know
just
that.
making it look weirder could only improve things. You know what I recently found out about Cats? very late in production.
The butthole cut?
Yeah, I had to go in and remove the buttholes.
Yes, I heard about the butthole cut.
It boggles my mind they got that late into production before anyone pointed out that was a bad idea.
I will watch Cats only if someone gets me the butthole cut.
I want to watch the butthole cut of Cats, and I want to watch Sonic the Hedgehog with the old Sonic. Isn't it weird, though, that Clooney didn't make a great Batman? Maybe he could have done in a different film, but...
I think when it came out, I think a lot of us kind of wanted to just, like, flip Val Kilmer and Clooney. Put Clooney in the good one, and Val Kilmer can be in this one.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't... That was the problem with Batman Forever. Val Kilmer just didn't do...
He didn't really show up for that role, did he?
Yeah, he wasn't a good Bruce Wayne or Batman, particularly.
No. And actually, that one has a lot of... The point of Forever was like Bruce Wayne was finally allowing himself to live a life. Clooney would have been great as that Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then Val Kilmer can just be in this shit, because who cares?
Would Val Kilmer play him as gay?
Well, Val Kilmer did Top Gun.
Oh, yeah.
Val Kilmer would have played him super gay.
Okay, exactly. You should have no problem with that then.
Playing with the boys.
Things they copied some production design from. Feed Me Seymour.
Yeah, those little plant things. Very
That's the little shop of horrors planned, more or less. I guess it was Venus flytraps. That's a real thing, but still.
Yeah, but it almost had the lips. It was very...
Should have had a musical number.
Yeah. Yeah. If I squint, this film almost did.
Ariel's Kingdom at Disney Sea.
Was that one of the parties?
No, it's at Disney Sea. It's a Disney...
I mean, in this.
I think it's maybe Poison Ivy's lair.
Okay.
Anyway, it might be a little after that. But it's an indoor Little Mermaid themed area of Disney Sea, and I was like, this looks like that. I mean, this was first. Disney Sea didn't open for another 4 years after, but still.
Okay. I've still never been to any Disneyland.
Well, someday you might be able to in Japan. They open it.
I can sneak in now and see everything with no one to get
Hey, you know
way.
what my nightmare is? Being inside one of the rooms of It's a Small World, not on the boat,
Right.
standing on the side. No one's in there. Everything's turned on. That's my nightmare.
I don't know because I've never been to a Disney.
Well, I know, but maybe a few people listening can get.
Okay.
You can get that, a room of little top wall to
man.
ceiling to wall decorations.
You've got to play Five Nights at Freddy's then.
No, I they're like, it's a horror game. I'm like, I think that's going to terrify me.
I think it legit would, yeah.
Okay, I might stay out of that one.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I should get you to play it and we should stream it. Yeah, back us on Patreon if you want to see Matt play Five Nights at Freddy's. Start a Patreon for that, but...
A few more spit takes here. Gotham sure loves a new telescope.
Yeah. Also, Gotham sure loves just this random rich guy.
They have 2 giant parties for the new... Not one, but 2. I actually thought, did I accidentally rewind the movie?
No, they just do it twice.
What's that?
Well, they do it once to announce they're going to get a telescope, and once when they get it.
Alfred's computer.
Yeah.
That was fun.
But also, how did Alfred can map his brain and create an AI Alfred?
With Windows
Why is
95.
Why is that not a bigger plot point?
Yeah, it's glitchy. I am here to build you a nipple suit.
I'm here to create fetish wear for my niece.
Nothing creepy there. Access allowed. Ooh la la. Yeah, and how many passes do you get a password till it kicks you out?
Yeah, apparently a lot.
Also, we mentioned the rubber lips, or maybe that's in the synopsis.
I
But,
put it in the synopsis, yeah.
oh, okay.
Rubber lips are immune to your charms.
A true magician does not reveal his rubber
Yeah,
lips.
she only had to lean in and give him one more kiss and he was dead.
It's like, dude, wait a second.
You're like 6 inches from her face. Not in a position to block. Oh no, what I want to see is she tries that and he just nuts her in the nose. Well, that was what Nolan Batman would do. Poison Ivy's coming to kiss him, just like, boom, right in the face.
Batman's a head butter. Not in this movie, but well, he doesn't want to. In this one, he'd headbutt and then be like, my face!
Well, in this one, he'd headbutt and he'd have a special extra head that comes out of a compartment for headbutting. Like, When they left the Batcave, they didn't know the villain they were about to fight. So how come their suit had ice skates built in?
It's like, again, it's 1966 Batman. You got your bat shark repellent in the belt.
I mean, I love that shit in the 60s one, so I can't really complain about it here.
One last thing. I'm back to my hate speech, man.
Go on.
Do we just get tagged for that? My hate speech about Batman and Robin the movie.
Also the Jews.
This movie makes it clear that Gotham is New York City. I always bought Gotham as Chicago. I think the Nolan movies do.
The Nolan movies really sell it as Chicago.
So where's Metropolis, Germany?
Do you remember Batman? See, I don't hate this film. I do hate the film I'm about to bring up, Batman vs Superman, where they're just twin cities either side of a river.
Yeah, that's
That's real dumb.
That was definitely dumb. I actually don't want. See, maybe I feel that way about that movie the way you feel about Batman and Robin. I don't know. I guess it makes so many Dark Knight Returns references. It just suckers me in anyway, even though I know it's shit.
But see, in the sort of Star Trek Into Darkness way, that's why I don't like it. Because it references all these things without delivering any of it.
Well, I will defend that film less hard than you are defending Batman and Robin here, which you're not really doing anyway. So
No.
we'll leave it on that page.
But yeah, my defense of this film is just it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's shit. I know it's shit. I can enjoy a shit film.
But hey, Arnold looks happy.
Arnold's having the time of his life.
He's got Space Mountain Mission 3 now at a closed Euro Disney.
Mr. White Christmas, I'm Mr. Snow. I only know that song from this film. I don't know where that's from. Do you want to go into gay Batman a bit harder? Do you want to get into the man inside the man?
Late 90s Clooney, late Clooney 90s. What am I saying? He was a lovely man at the time.
George Clooney, this is what we should talk about. George Clooney is a legit super nice guy. So, you know, he does those adverts for that coffee company.
What coffee company? So I guess the answer is no, I don't know.
Like Nespresso. One of these shit, like little plastic things that makes coffees. The entirety of the money he made from that ad campaign, he put into a satellite system to help refugees escape war zones.
Did it target things like the one in this movie?
Maybe. It shoots laser beams at war criminals. I hope so. No, but and then he's married to a human rights lawyer. George Clooney is a really good dude.
Yeah. Unless his plan is, the Sudan needs a little freeze. I do remember him going to Sudan several years ago and coming back with malaria or something.
Yeah, because he doesn't just do these little things for show or whatever. He does genuinely care and try and help people. So yeah, I got a lot of time for George Clooney, despite not really having seen any of his films.
Yeah, it's I love Clooney's great. Schwarzenegger's great. I guess now that I've gotten past the epic disappointment of opening night, I can even kind of enjoy their performances, or at least their smugness in Clooney's case.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing with. I love to hate this movie. That's the thing. It's not a movie I really hate. I don't want to watch that.
Right.
What
about how do you feel about Planet of the Apes?
I don't know yet. I haven't seen that since opening night.
Oh, okay.
If we come back and I love it, sorry.
Because we've got one of my ones I really legit hate. I don't want to rewatch it.
That's Ready Player One, is it? I got through it, and yeah, I'm not watching it again.
Yeah.
But and that one, you gave me the goggles, and then I was like, oh yeah, this movie is screwed. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
This one at least doesn't have any.
Well, this one doesn't do anything morally wrong or anything.
I guess it pushes fetish culture into the mainstream a bit.
That's fine. What's wrong with that?
Well, I'm just saying maybe that's fine. I'm just just putting out that I think
People
I don't
have fetishes. It's fine.
I don't remember movies, really big movies, pushing it too much before this. Forever didn't quite have that vibe. It had more of a neon vibe.
Yeah.
This one has more of a nipply vibe.
Yeah, but I mean, a couple of years later, you got the Matrix films, and they really give you some fetish stuff.
Oh, yeah, of course. The original bat suit would have been that. I mean, the Burton one, but it's
Catwoman, dude.
Huh?
Catwoman, dude.
Oh, yeah. Catwoman. Okay, got that.
People stealing those posters from bus stops.
Yeah, that was 92, was it?
I don't know, actually. When was it? Yeah, because 89 was...
With Burton Batman, yeah.
Yeah, because all the previous ones were 3 years apart, and they spared this one
in
2 years.
I guess they should have spent that last year.
Maybe. Maybe they could have tidied it up and we could have like a legit really good film.
Yeah. I don't really see any particular... So, okay, there's some nice cultural ripples here that are welcome, but done very poorly. But not offensively. I mean, from a taste perspective, offensively, but from a being offensive perspective,
Yeah, no,
not.
it's just...
So that's cool. We'll give this film that. But, I mean, there's just so... Like, The Matrix does it better. Simpsons did it better. I don't know if Simpsons ever did that. I'm just saying that.
I mean, Simpsons did it a lot worse. Simpsons was real homophobic at times.
Yeah, you're right.
We work hard. We play hard.
Is that the John Waters episode?
I think so. It's the one where Homer's worried that Bart's gay.
Okay. Yeah, that's the John Waters episode. So
he takes him to the steel mill, and then it's just like a gay dance club. I'm going to show you some real man, boy.
I grew up. My family would go to the beach. It's Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
Okay.
And it's a boardwalk. It's a street going down center of town, ends at the ocean. There's a boardwalk. There's lots of hamburger shops and tourist shops. And I just remember you walk down the boardwalk, and everyone would always say, "Yeah, if you walk this, you'd walk and about 10 minutes in, you'd realize things slowly getting very, very gay until you're at the gay beach."
Okay.
That was fun. I don't think it's
You've been to gay bars, right? You said you went in one to your parents' use a toilet and you got a drink.
Yeah.
And you had the classic straight man in a gay bar experience of no one hitting on you.
I wasn't there that long either, but...
I probably went on a night out in a gay bar once. Look, a couple of my friends were lesbians, but most of us were straight. And I had the time of my life because I just liked to dance anyway. But none of my male friends got hit on by the gay dudes, but my female friends were constantly being surrounded by lesbians. It was kind of fun.
I did go to a party of senior year of high school. First party I went to, to go hedonist, right?
Right.
And so I was like, maybe I'll hook up with a girl or find a new girlfriend. And I remember driving home, I was asking my buddy, so, hey man, anybody like me? It's like, yeah, that one dude really liked you. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I've always been somewhat confusing to gay dar.
Yeah.
I just have no sense of embarrassment, so sometimes I do things which other people would find a bit gay. Oh, yesterday, right, so I was hanging out with Rob all day and we went and got McDonald's. And then we were cleaning up the stuff and he'd left a couple bits of lettuce on his plate. But he was leaning up picking up some trash and I just picked the lettuce up from the plate. But he thought I was trying to feed it into his mouth and got really freaked out.
Well, he teaches 5-year-olds. They probably try to do it during snack time.
Yeah, I just picked it up to put it in the trash, but I guess because he was leaning over it as I picked it up, if I was going to delicately place it in his lips, which I wasn't.
Oh, this is kind of cutting back a little bit, but I have a note here that I think you'll agree with. When Arnie dies, all of Mr. Freeze's lines should be engraved on his tombstone.
There should definitely be some dumb puns on his tombstone, that's for sure.
And if they have a little more space, they can put some of his talk about draperies from Dark Fate.
I think his tombstone just say, "I won't be back."
Yeah, that would be fine too.
But also, he can never die. He's not allowed.
Yeah.
So that one will hit me. That's the next celebrity death that I think will hit me. Him and Miyamoto.
Arkham doesn't seem practical, but I guess it's cold.
Yeah, like I said in the synopsis, fucking insane that they just put him in Ivy's cell at the end there. That is cruel and unusual punishment. Oh, we're just going to deliberately put you in a cell with the guy whose wife you killed.
Attempted.
Oh, yeah. But still, Jesus Christ, I know the American prison system's fucked, but that's a bit much.
Why did I write this note? What a hep party scene like.
I don't know what.
I think that was...
What a hip party scene like?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I thought that I wrote that for a reason, but maybe not.
I mean, there are some party scenes, but they're not particularly hip. Extremely lame, in fact.
Exit Bane uses the exit. The genius is clear.
He's a genius.
When everyone... there's him and Ivy are leaving. He actually goes to the exit and opens the door and leaves. And no one else did that. So maybe he's smarter than we gave him.
No, I guess the one thing that I actually do dislike about this film is that is a crap treatment of Bane. It's just like... amongst everything else.
I think we were real excited about seeing Bane when this came out, and that was one of the biggest hits.
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger... People all realize he patched his crest. Oh, okay, Schwarzenegger's cool. Uma Thurman, maybe. Bane, Bane, that makes sense. Batman really has to, Bane really challenges Batman.
Right, yeah. Not here. In fact, does Batman even fight Bane in this film?
They might punch at each other a few times.
Because, it's Robin and Batgirl who defeat him at the end.
Yeah.
I don't think... He doesn't even show up in any of the fight scenes until the final one.
Backs are not broken.
I don't think Batman fights Bane in this film. Yeah, there's definitely nothing like the back break. And, yeah, but we eventually got Nolan Bane, and Nolan Bane is so good that I don't care.
Do you know who Shostakovich is?
No.
He is a composer. He wrote many symphonies. He was denounced by Stalin for one of his ballets.
Okay.
And wrote a symphony which is a little controversial because it's like an hour long, but the last few minutes are very propaganda music.
Okay.
But the rest of it's very like he wrote the symphony literally at gunpoint. Well, almost literally at gunpoint. He was waiting to be sent to the gulag. It starts off as kind of morose, beautiful melody, and then boom, and then about 10 minutes later, it comes back as a grotesque military march. The Batman theme sounded to me like the grotesque military march by the end of this movie.
Yeah, the Batman theme got pretty fucked by this one. Well, see, I associate that theme most with this film and maybe Forever, as they're the ones I watched a lot of.
Oh, for you real dorks, that's Shostakovich's Fifth Symphony, if you actually want to see what I'm talking about, but I doubt many of you do. But
I don't know. See, you kind of made me back down on how much I like this film, because it is shit. It's just fun.
Does this mean I win this round?
Maybe.
Fatality!
I did have some whole big thing about how no, actually you're not getting the point. It's like a pastiche of Americana, and it's all about the way that actually violence begets more violence. And Pamela Isley's actually right in this film, and it's parodying Batman as this fascist oppressor. I can't even be arsed.
I'm not a dick winner if I won. There are things about this movie that are absolutely entertaining. And if you want to put aside the fact that you're sitting down to watch a Batman film, you might even enjoy it a little bit.
I think this film is a lot easier to enjoy now because we did get such great Batman films after.
Yes.
So I bet this film really rubs you up the wrong way when you're sitting there in 2000 and there hasn't been a Batman for 3 years because this killed it.
Yeah, because I watched this on opening night, late show. I might have, yeah. I watched 20 minutes of it 4 years ago, and I watched it last week. That's my viewing of this movie.
Right. But yeah, when you're sitting in the theatre in 97, there's no way that Batman Begins comes in 6 years.
Right.
Whereas if today you watch the film, you're like, I really want to see some good Batman.
And you were told, hey, we got a good Batman coming. And you're looking at them, and these images look a little weird, but okay, whatever.
Right.
And in the theater, that was just a total sucker punch ahead. By the way, that was the same drummer that went to see 2001 with me, so apparently I just kept taking him to see shit movies.
In his head, anyway.
Well, in his head, yeah. 2001 I am down with, but...
Whereas, see, I had a bunch of action figures from this film, My brother had a bunch of action figures. From
I
this
had
film.
0.
Yeah, this was. Well, yeah, this was the one superhero film I got until, like, the sort of Spider-Man and onwards Second Coming.
I think I went with him to see Mulholland Drive as well. I loved it. He hated it.
That's
David Lynch?
yeah, Twin Peaks man is what I was thinking. I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
my favorite.
So I haven't
David
seen much
I think.
Lynch. I know I should because I like weirdness. But
Oh, yeah. That's it.
some of his stuff you can get away with calling sci-fi, right?
It would be a stretch, but I would make that stretch.
Yeah, we should do something Lynch at some point.
Yeah. There's
But-
like a metaphysical blue box or something. Is that
Okay.
cool? Is that sci-fi? No, it's not, but I'll make the excuse if we
But
feel
for
like
now, we're in April. Shit, we ain't doing good films.
No. I usually yell it over the ending credits, but well, sorry, I don't even think we're quite finished here.
Okay.
What is this movie today? This is 60s Batman.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, you could just put this in the same bracket as 60s Batman. I want to watch camp silliness.
And I still like 60s Batman a lot better because when I first saw 60s Batman, I was 6 years old, and when I first saw this, I was 18.
And I think for you, it is that you knew what you were getting.
Yes.
You go to 60s Batman for that. And you came to this for a good Batman film and got this. I can see why it left a bad taste in your mouth. I think I do prefer 60s Batman to this.
Yeah.
And I definitely prefer Forever because I think Forever is actually good.
Yeah, Forever.
Whereas this I like because it's a bad.
No,
but
Forever I should qualify again. I haven't seen it since the
Right.
90s, but
Also, it's just got Jim Carrey, fully Jim Carreying.
yeah.
Have you ever heard the story of him and Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah, but go ahead and tell it because it's a good one.
Yeah, well, because they co-starred in that film.
I know exactly what you're getting at, so do it.
Tommy Lee Jones is sat eating dinner at a restaurant and Jim Carrey comes up. He's like, oh, come and sit with him, co-star. He's like, gets the impression Tommy Lee Jones doesn't like him. He's like, oh, do you not like me? He's like, I cannot sanction your tomfoolery. Tommy Lee Jones, face of Boss Coffee here in Japan. Because he's got the face of a serious man.
Yes, that is exactly the story I thought you were going to tell. So
Yeah.
it's a good one.
Yeah.
So I want to give Arnold his pass here. Clooney doesn't get a pass, but Clooney wasn't here in the first place, so whatever.
Yeah, so Clooney barely even phoned it in. He got his secretary to leave a message.
He smirked a few times.
Well, apparently he filmed this while still filming ER. He would just come in for the couple of days, go back to that set, come in for this.
Yeah.
He really didn't give a shit.
Well, I guess he doesn't have to be in the costume for a lot of those shots.
Yeah, for most of the action stuff, it's probably not him.
Yeah. and just the ones where he's moving his mouth, I guess, so.
I guess I kind of feel for Chris O'Donnell. Because he got these films and they were supposed to be his big break.
This was his stepping stone, and it
Right.
didn't work out so well.
Because Forever, he kind of did okay, right? So he'd be like, right, yeah, one more of these, then I'm going to be a big name and I can go and do other stuff. And he got this. Alicia Silverstone somehow got some kind of career off the back of this. Was she one of the Charlie's Angels? Or was that Drew Barrymore?
That was Drew Barrymore.
I get those two confused.
Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, and Cameron Diaz?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, the new Charlie's Angels. I don't even know
Kirsten
that.
Stewart and two others.
Kristen Stewart plus 2.
Lady Sif and the Warriors 3.
Okay, I guess we'll just have to stick with that. Granted, I saw the first... I don't know if I saw the sequel to the first one.
I
But
think I definitely saw them both, but only on rental DVDs. I didn't go and see them.
no,
in
I saw the
theaters.
first one in the movie theater, man. We enjoyed it.
It's right.
Yeah.
For the time. I doubt that one holds up. But does this film hold up? Matt?
No.
It holds up as well as it did when it came out.
Yeah, I was about to say it didn't hold up on opening night. Why should it hold up now?
I think it holds up better now than when it came out.
The Arnold does. I mean, honestly, if you just...
Because you couldn't enjoy it in the context that it's meant to be enjoyed.
If you come to this film being like, I want to see Arnold be completely ridiculous as Mr. Freeze, that's the way to... See,
Yeah.
that's yours. You love Schwarzenegger? That's how you approach this
That's
movie.
what I think that more than anything else, that's why I give this film so much more credit than you did, because I'm such a Schwarzenegger fan.
And I like Schwarzenegger. He's the only thing I like here.
Right.
And I don't like him. He's just fun.
Right, he's fun to see in this, but then also just ooh, the mad naked men imagery is just funny. It's just you don't get that stuff, and it'd be nice if you did.
Well, I guess we're coming to a conclusion there. No, it doesn't hold up.
But
but there's something you might be entertained by, but you might want to have your finger on the fast forward.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I mean, if you think this is shit, you got some shit coming.
I guess in this context, we just come out and say that next week, I'll say it here, next week is...
Ready Player One.
Yep. Yeah, I think we're both going to hate this one.
Yeah. I haven't rewatched it for the podcast yet.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I won't get into it because we've got a whole episode coming. Which
Yeah.
will be recorded next week, and you'll be hearing next week, but a different next week than the next week for us.
It all times out in the end. Where do they find us?
On the water.
Where are we?
We're on Twitter at MLSFS Pod. We're also on Facebook. Search for Matt and Luke's Sci-Fi Sanctuary. I do another podcast about Pokemon. You can find that. Go on Twitter at Luke Loves PKMN. Also, Matt makes music. You can find that by going to rovingsagemedia.bandcamp.com. And if you like the music you've heard during this podcast, that is the music you will find there.
Okay, as is customary in our sanctuary, this is the time for you to
Get the fuck out of our Sci-Fi Sanctuary.
I thought you might be like freeze out.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry, I was that was too much of a.
I'm trying to think of one now.
Okay, I'm gonna give you take 2.
Okay.
Okay. How many seconds do you need?
Eyes do not see you anymore.
Next week. Ready, Player One?
When time slows, she won't know which way to go. She will come to the gates of right. But this will pass. She will perform a sacred task. She will see the ancient facts and gets around. Entering the gates around. The steel will rust. The sun turns the seas to dust. She will come to the gates of right. Oh, Holly-o. Oh, Holly-o. Entering the